We have another great Saturday slate with a number of lines hovering around a touchdown. Number 14, Ole Miss laying 7 at home against number 7, Kentucky. 23rd ranked Florida State is also a touchdown fave, hosting number 22, Wake Forest. As promised, we're keeping these two busy. Here's more Stanford Steve and the Bears.
Yeah, Tyler, thanks. Looking at those touchdown favorites, Bear, when you look at one of those favorites that possibly could lose on the field, what do you think?
I think Ole Miss is certainly an upset candidate on its home field on Saturday against Kentucky. Look, Mark Stoops lives for situations and games like this where his team has been successful for a number of years in a row, and now they're still being disrespected. A touchdown underdog at Ole Miss, who we don't know anything about Ole Miss really. They haven't been tested. Their offense kind of shut it down in the second half last week of that game. Maybe it was by design to try and keep players fresh for this week. But I think between Will Levis and that passing attack and some of the players Kentucky has on that defense, this is not going to be an easy spot for Lane Kiffin and the Rebels. And I certainly would take a little Kentucky sliver on that money line on Saturday.
I agree. Mark Stoops has everything he loves being the underdog. He's got everybody talking about Ole Miss. He's got a possibility of the Ole Miss fans forgetting what time kickoff is, 11 a.m. in the Grove. It might be early or late getting into the stadium. But Kentucky's offensive line has to be better. They just have not been good. They held it together in that road win against Florida, but we'll see. I think Kentucky has a good. I just like the toughness. And as you said, Ole Miss just hasn't been tested. Another game to look at in the Big 12, Oklahoma State, Baylor. They both played in the Big 12 title game. Unbelievable finish. What are your thoughts when you think about the Pokes and the Bears here?
I was a little surprised that this number opened up under 3. I think that shows a lot of respect by the odds makers for Oklahoma State, who, again, like Ole Miss, we really don't know anything about Oklahoma State this year. We saw the opening game where they gave up 1 million points to Central Michigan. They beat a bad Arizona State team, and then they played Arkansas Pine Bluff. I think the line is more of an indication of they've had an extra week off to get ready for this game, whereas Oklahoma State whereas Baylor had to go on the road to Iowa State and be involved in a tough Big 12 road game, which they walked out with the win. I'm surprised the number is a little is short of 3, which leads me to believe that the odds makers think Oklahoma State's pretty good. I'm going to try my hardest not to get sucked in by Baylor, being that it's under 3, but I do think Baylor's the best team in the Big 12.
Okay, well, more on that in a second. I also agree. I just look at the resumes, what they look like against each other. Baylor's going on the road, overtime loss at BYU, a nice win at Iowa State. And like you said, Oklahoma State, Central Michigan, Arizona State. I still need to see more. It does look like, though, they're back to slinging it around with Sanders at quarterback as opposed to when they had that run game with Warren last year. So I like Baylor at home. You know the defense is going to bring it. So I look at Baylor. But when you think about the Big 12, Oklahoma goes down on the road, or I should say at home last week against Kansas State. Anything, we got new numbers here on odds to win the Big 12. Anything stick out when you look at this full screen of the odds when you look at these teams?
Well, I got TCU at a nice number prior to the season on that, so I feel pretty good about having that in my back pocket. I still think Baylor is the best team in this league. I love the way the Big 12 does it, where you have the 2 best teams at the end of the year play as opposed to divisions. I'm curious about Oklahoma going on the road this week, TCU. They're probably 1 loss away from really not holding a very good tiebreaker edge when you consider it could be a loss against TCU or Texas next week and a loss against Kansas State. Like, the Sooners could be in potential trouble. We talked about this before the year. You could probably throw 6 or 7 teams from this league into a hat, pick any 2 out, and not be surprised. From a betting standpoint, I think TCU is a team you want to have the ticket on, but I still think the defending champion Baylor is the best team in the league. And say 3 plus
I agree with you.
Isn't a bad price either.
No, not at all. Not at all. And like you said, Oklahoma already would have lost. With that road ahead, it's not going to be easy. And TCU, this is a huge one, right? They don't have a game played yet. in the Big 12. And if they were to get this, they're going to jump all the way to the top, or if not, second or third in those odds if they could get a win against Oklahoma. But yeah, a huge week. I think the odds are totally going to change after this week when we get another data point, we get some results and see a little head-to-head there. But I'm with you on TCU. I like the goods of this team and the offense they bring to the table. So that's that. More of our picks, our official picks on ESPN.com tomorrow, and our podcast will be released tomorrow. Stay for Steve the Bear. Tyler, back to you.